Phase 1 of Runescape's best account just got a whole lot harder. 2 brand new best in slot items were just added into the game with the new boss, and now I have to get them before Phase 1 can be considered complete. The first is the Crimson Kiston, essentially the crushed version of the Dragon Claws, making it the new best in slot special attack weapon for bosses like Fasani's Nightmare. The second is the Necklace of Rupture, a direct upgrade over the Necklace of Anguish with more ranged accuracy, more ranged strength, and even an extra prayer bonus. It's a straight upgrade over the Necklace of Anguish in basically every way. So, yeah, I need both of them. Here is every best in slot item I'm still missing to finish Phase 1. Before this update, there were 10 items that I needed. Now there are 12. Unless, of course, I forgot something, which is entirely possible, and I'm sure somebody will let me know in the comments down below. Can I get both of these upgrades in this video, or did Phase 1 just become much longer? But first, there are 2 other best in slot items that just came into the game that should be relatively easy to pick up. First, we have the best in slot Vampire Bane melee weapon, the Hollowed Flail. The previous flail was a 5-tick weapon, it was 2-handed, and it only gave a 5% accuracy bonus against vampires. This new weapon is a 4-tick melee weapon, and it's 1-handed so you can use a defender, and it gives a whopping 25% accuracy bonus. It's a huge upgrade. Besides the melee weapon, we finally got introduced to the best in slot Vampire Bane ranged weapon, the Blisterwood Stakes. These are really strong and currently our only option for Vampire Bane ranged weaponry. I know that these are both quest items, but they are still considered best in slot items, so I thought that they should be mentioned. There's also the Sun Spear, which of course I got this weapon for completing the quest, but it's not too impressive if we're being honest. Hey, Future Pen here. The knives got indirectly nerfed because they raised the range defense on vampires a ton, and they buffed the Sun Spear quite a bit to where it's just better than the flail everywhere. Still, we ended up with some new best in slot items from the quest. Now that we're done with the quest, it's time for the real grind of the video. The new boss, the Maggot King. Supposedly it has a difficulty somewhere between Fasani's Nightmare and the Inferno, and I love both of those pieces of content, so you could say I'm pretty excited. From the trailers, I gathered that I would either need range or magic, so I'm going to try out the Twisted Bow and the Tonsillytics of Ralos, and maybe the Zerai Crossbow just in case. Oh, that looks like the Venator mechanic that we just saw in the quest, and now there's all this stuff over the ground. I'm not sure if the stuff means anything. I don't know if I'm being ranged or maged right now. It's very hard to tell what his attack style is. I needed to turn off my prayer there. Twisted Bow does not seem to be hitting very large. We've got a little guy on the ground as well. Not sure if I should ignore him or go for him. He does not get one shot, though. That's unfortunate. Turn the prayer off. There we go. We're learning. He came close. I had a feeling there'd be some sort of melee phase thing. Oh, and I'm dead. That was quick. At least it spawns me in Vampirum, but I guess this is not one of those bosses that spawns you right outside the boss lair. Unfortunate for me. Thankfully, there is a bank we can build in Vampirum. I had to go get some Cupronickel bars and Ironwood planks and another magic stone, but this should make regearing much simpler. I have been unsuccessful so far with range, so I'm going to give Harmonized Orb a shot with full melee switch. I made a bunch of Wrath runes and I've got the Tome of Fire, so I should be pretty strong. He seems to be getting some burn damage, so it sounds like they added a little extra specifically to fire magic, which is pretty cool. It helps it compete with thralls a little bit more. Whew, we got a kill count. Yeah, bringing the full melee switch was definitely worth it. And Inquisitor popping off. All worth it. All worth the Fasani grind. Maybe we can spoon a unique. I don't know what either of these drops are. A medal and some food. Oh, I'm gonna die, baby. Get out of here. Okay, so this is probably a supply drop. Yeah, that is food. And the medal if I polish it, hurts me. It just hurts me, okay. It looks like the dull ancient metal does more than hurt you. No matter what, it's going to restore your prayer for a total of 160 prayer points. But if you get damaged like I just did, you get a combat stat boost up to plus 20 in your melee, plus 14 in your ranged, and plus 11 in your magic stats. It doesn't always seem to boost the full amount, so there's a bit of RNG in the stat boost you get, it looks like. Like you see in this clip where I just used it, I only went to 117 attack and strength instead of the potential 119. Using the Harmonized Orb and Full Inquisitor is so vindicating that I put in all those hours at Fasani's Nightmare. This is what this account is all about, having best in slot for all niche situations. It's just so cool. This is my first 2-kill trip. You could say it's getting a little bit better. For Leech Fins, it's actually getting a little bit worse, never mind. They added a very satisfying punish phase to Maggot King. I'm probably not doing it in the best way, so this is not a guide at all. I'm just stepping back and forth, and it's pretty easy to do. You kind of avoid these maggots that show up on the front row as well. Ooh, the Venator Fang, the first collection log of the video. These can be traded 1-for-1 for dragon arrow tips, I believe. So they're pretty good, actually really good, because I need dragon arrows. If we come over here by the hunting grounds, there should be, the Aranai, and we give him the teeth. Yeah, 1-for-1 dragon arrow tips. Very nice. The loot from this boss, honestly, I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I take that back. I hate the loot at this boss. And there is 50 kill count. Honestly, starting to like this boss a little bit. Not too bad. Orichalcum Gravel. Huh. Somebody told me that this is just an alk, but I do wonder if it's got anything else you can do. I did try taking the Orichalcum Gravel to a few of the special forges, but none of them turned out to do anything, so I really do think this is just an alchable, which is fine. It adds a lot of good raw GP to the boss. Venator Tooth, this is just like the Venator Fangs, but instead of dragon arrow tips, you get dragon darts, which means yes, this boss is lovely for Ironman because you get dragon arrow tips and dragon darts. Why can't I attack? Why is my spell grayed out? Oh my god, I don't have enough air runes. I never get enough air runes. Studies show that if you like the video and subscribe, you get boosted RNG on all your grinds. So help me help you. And I also would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I just ran out of burnt pages, so I'm going to turn all of my desiccated pages from the Royal Titans into more burnt pages. I kind of forgot how many resources that normal magic used, but how many charges do I end up with? 7,500. I feel like this is going to go kind of quick, so I might have to either go to Wintertut soon or Royal Titans soon to get more pages. I'm like 90% sure that elemental magic is going to be used in Raids 4 because there's an elemental magic buff there, so I want to have pages for Raids 4 no matter what. There is 100 kills at the Maggot King, but nothing really to show for it, so let's just get back in there. Some of you are going to think I'm really foolish, but I'm using a Zerite crossbow now, and Jagex bugs a lot of things. If you have the Seeker arrows equipped, it shows a plus 20 range accuracy in the window. So I'm not using any Seeker arrows, but I'm going to have them equipped just in case I somehow get the plus 20 accuracy benefit for the crossbow. You're only supposed to get the accuracy benefit while actively using the arrows, but who knows. Pen from the future here, and yeah, never change, Jagex. I've been doing a few kills with the Zerite crossbow, and I think my average kills are slower than compared with the Harmonized Staff, but it does have the chance to get a lot of Ruby Bolt procs and go for a crazy PB, so it's a bit more fun in that sense. Also, the resource drain on the Harmonized Staff is crazy compared to this. I'll probably jump between the two and mix it up. This is a fast kill. Come on, just kill him. One more hit, please. What is that? Sub 130. We were zooming. I don't even know how many rubies that was. I was not counting. I think it's time we go for even a crazier PB. Zarek Crossbow and Darox. If they just both pop off, we can potentially get under a minute and 20-second time. That's my goal at least. Kill number 200 coming in. And Jagex, I just gotta ask, how did we forget elite clues on the third late game boss in a row? Oh, hit big, Darox. This could be the sub 120. Maybe? Please? Those were some large hits. 122. All right, new personal best. I'm still happy about it. We were zooming. Oh, Elder Venator Fang. There we go. We got the drop. This is the amulet of, or the necklace of rupture, actually. We just need to add it to our necklace of anguish. This is the good drop. So now it's just the crimson kiston to go. Let's check out this animation. First, we have to dismantle the anguish ornament kit, and we got a death cough for this thing soon because it's going to be crashing in value. Looks like we need a chisel. The new thing with these is you don't need dupe Zenites to sell your dupes because you etch it and now it's tradable. And they also made the Araxite Fang work like this as well. Maybe they'll do it to the Mokiatl cloth as well. Take out our Fang, stab it, drops to the ground, we pick it up. Okay, so it's almost identical to making the Rancor. Still looks very sick. Check it out. It looks all right. I kind of think I liked the Anguish kit with the ornament kit better, but maybe there's some sort of secret kit for this one, like how they did the Rancor. And this Anguish kit is crashing hard, so we got to instantly sacrifice it before the Grand Exchange value goes too low. I'm dying quite a bit of the Maggot King still, so this will hopefully help with some death costs, because they didn't reduce the deaths at this boss. I thought they usually did that with new bosses, but that's fine. And there is 300 kill count. At least in this 300 kill count, we have obtained the amulet. So now, hopefully, the next 100 or maybe 200, we get the Kiston as well, and then I think we'll be taking a break from this boss. I've been jumping between a few setups, and the crossbow with Darox just feels so good to me. I figure the harmonized staff setup is probably about 10% quicker overall, but I use so many Wrath runes and so many burning pages that I feel that it's not really worth it for my situation. Also, with rubies and the Darox set, they both have a chance to go nuclear and just get you an insane personal best, which makes this boss a lot more fun and a lot more grindable in my opinion. This one's going fast. Darox, finish the job. What is this? Those rubies were nuclear. 109. There it is, ladies and gentlemen, 500 kill count. The wiki just has estimated rates for the items right now, but the Kiston should be about 1 out of 500, so hopefully I'm getting a bit closer. I am happy with all the alchables and the dragon arrow tips and darts this boss gives, though. Ooh, that is 124 dragon arrows. Jarno just got the pet at 26 kill count. That would be cool to spoon a pet here. There is a 600 kill count. Another 100 down. And the Orichalcum is just like 500,000 raw GP. It's really pretty good for Ironman. I would like to apologize for tagging Maggot King's clickbox. I know it looks a bit atrocious and blocky, but I was going crazy. I understand if you say it's a skill issue, but the fact that a hole appears in the middle of his clickbox during his attack animation, it's just so frustrating, and it killed me more than I'd like to admit. I really hope Jagex looks into the clickbox again. There is the duplicate Elder Venator Fang at kill count 698. Luckily though, I don't need Zenites to sell duplicates of this, and I can just etch it and drop it over to the Bond ult. Oh yeah, also if you're unaware, they changed Araxor's Fang to work like this as well, so now that you have an etched Araxite Fang, you can just drop these both over. You don't need Zenites to sell duplicates anymore. They didn't make this change for the Mokiatl cloth, so I kind of hope they make the change for that as well, just to keep it a bit consistent. I figure because these are pretty new items, they're going to be crashing, so I'm going to sell them as quickly as possible. And yeah, the Araxite Fangs already crashing. I'm guessing all Ironmen are just dumping their fangs, not even 10% under. I was hoping to get at least 50 mil for this. Oh my gosh, not even 37 mil. Okay. So, oh, I got over 100 though for that. And then, yeah. Maybe I should have held off on the Araxite Fang. Money is money, though. Look at my Leechfin Wall sacrifice and reward me with the Crimson Kiston, please, Mr. Maggot King. I deserve it. More Leechfins. This is not going the way I wanted it to. I do apologize that some of these clips probably stick out like a sore thumb with how saturated they are, but 117 had this beautiful skybox update and I just had to check it out. I am a sucker for skyboxes. I wish I could get the vanilla OSRS lighting where it wasn't so saturated, but keep these beautiful skyboxes. But I don't really think that's possible, so I'm probably just going to go back to the vanilla GPU. Look at it though. It is very, very nice, and I will miss it. This dude really just out here with the name Big Ass Shit. Good luck to you, man. I've heard it's best to switch to a 4-tick weapon between punish hits. It feels pretty fun switching the weapons, and I think it's worth it when my HP is a bit too high, but around 20 HP or lower, I think I'll probably just camp the Darok's Axe. I like to see the big numbers anyways. Just like a weird... A third Elder Venator Fang has hit the tower. Once again, I'm being a horrible YouTuber. I forgot to record kill 900. Which wasn't a Vernic Treads, but congratulations, Mr. Keefe. What did I get for 900? I got a supply drop. That's upsetting. 1,000 kill count. I believe that's about double the rate for the Crimson Kiston. Nothing too crazy, but I have had to start making potions again because I am a horrible Iron Man. 1,059. This is an important kill because it's the last kill of week 1. They're supposed to be doing some loot buffs tomorrow, so this is the last we'll see of our Leechfin friends. I DC'd during a kill, so the loot tracker is off by 1. And not being able to loot that 1 is haunting me at night. The update just hit and the loot apparently got buffed. I personally didn't think it was too bad before, so I'm curious to see how much more I'll be getting on now. Here should be the first kill count. See what we get. Oh, it goes straight into your inventory now. Feels a little bit odd. 62 feathers. I think that's a lot more feathers than normal, and I actually did want to get quite a few feathers just so I could try out the Venators off task afterwards. So that's a pretty nice buff for me, I guess. Obviously just dying real quick to show you guys how this mechanic works. The scout will now pull directly from your bank instead of you having to do the awkward run back and forth from your bank with the item, so this is a very nice change. I just got 144 Venator Fangs. These are the dragon arrow tips when you trade them in. That sounds about the same as what they were before, so I'm not sure if these got buffed, which makes me feel good, because that means I didn't waste the first 1000 KC. Dragon Arrow Tips is my favorite drop from this boss right now. Okay, Jagex said that they fixed these Seeking Arrows so that the accuracy only applies to T-bow, but I have a feeling that maybe they didn't fix them, because here, if I don't have Seeking Arrows equipped, I have a negative 45 range bonus, but if I equip them, it's a negative 25 range bonus. This isn't normally too important, but it is kind of nice for Tob because normally Maiden drains your highest bonus. So if your slash is highest, she'll drain your melee stats. And so you would equip like range weapons to get a higher range bonus. And the fewer items you can equip, obviously, the easier. So if I just do a one-way switch, my range bonus isn't higher than my slash bonus, unless I have the Seeking Arrows equipped. Then we can see the range bonus is still applying to the total, and I'll show when I go in there that Maiden drains my range instead of melee like this. And why I think it's bugged and it is working with the Ralos, or with the ZCV, is because with the Ralos, you don't get this accuracy bonus. So I think for some reason crossbows are still getting this accuracy bonus. So for the rest of my Maggot King, I am just going to have seeker arrows equipped because I think it's beneficial for the crossbow. And so let's go run in. We'll show we are fully boosted stats. We'll pray magic. And then when she drains my stats, she should be draining range. Even though I'm just doing a one-way switch for the ZCB, and normally your melee stat would be higher, this way your range stat is the highest, and she will drain it. Or she's just my friend and doesn't want to drain anything. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm not getting drained. Last hit before she kills me. There. Well, she drained range. Killed me. That's fine. But you can see she is, in fact, draining the range bonus. It looks like I'm up to rank 21. Honestly, I haven't even been going that hard, I feel like, because I keep taking breaks to do stuff like Tob with some friends, but not too bad. 1121 KC. I got to get a screenshot of me catching up to Scott, though, because he is such a legend. Alrighty. The big 1200 KC. Are we rewarded? Tarnished Spear. Never lucky. Oh, they got the Elite Clue Scrolls added. I'm still a little bit salty that they didn't have these added on release. I just don't know how they keep forgetting them. This isn't a guide or anything, but I see a lot of people still struggling with this part of the fight, so I thought I'd talk about my kind of cheesy method. Just remembering if you need to pray range or pray mage has killed me more than I'd like to admit. So I always start the fight on the right side of the map, and I work my way to the other side between hits. This way, between phases, I can just remember pray range on the right side of the map and pray mage on the left. So if I get distracted by a video or anything, it's easy for me to know what to pray depending on what side of the map I'm on. So when he screeches, I just make sure I go all the way to that side of the map, and then I stay on the same side of the map for the melee phase. So when it comes up to melee, now I'm on the right side, so I know after the melee, no matter what, I will be praying range. The Maggot King disappeared. I killed him. He's just gone now. I'm turning Entity Hider off. Okay, so wait, his body's here. Entity Hider's off, so it's not an Entity Hider issue. He just disappeared for some reason. That scared me a little bit. Kill count 1, 2, 3, 4. Or as UIM Loki would say, sequential numbers are sequential-ing. Something like that. Oh, Dragon Halberd. That's my first dragon thing from a tarnished item. Cool. They exist. Haha. 1,400 kill count. Can we get the Kiston? Another tarnished spear. Well, I screwed up trying to do some of the elite clues from Maggot King. I guess I didn't realize you couldn't leave the Revenant Cave after you entered. Good fight, Mr. Fred. Ooh, that's more money than I thought I would lose. That's not good. This clue breaks sometimes. I don't fully understand what's going on here. This one happens to me a lot, though. I try to move around and dig, reread it. What is going on here? Do I need to log off? There we go. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what I did different. It's been a while since I got a new personal best, but I just beat the old one by a single tick. For blood sacks. Ah, number 5. That dang dingle. 1,500 Jagex. We are right about that 3x dry number. Can you give us the Crimson Kiston, the special attack, best in slot special attack weapon for Crush? We get supply drops. That's okay. At this point, I was going a little bit crazy and I had to mix it up just a little bit with some hard mode Theater of Blood. I like to do hard mode top a bit different in that every time I die, I give away 10 million GP. So the raids get a little bit PK heavy. Oh, he lives! No! Oh my god! No! Me and Ashy are gonna be best friends now. Ashy trusts me. They've got a lot of faith. Don't come ruin what we have. They're my body shield. No, you stay over there. Don't worry, I'll sync up with you, Ashy. You can always trust me. Ah, shit. Okay. Hazy, you're my body shield. I hate you right now. Oh my. No! Are you joking? The poison! I wasn't watching my health! Where's the other orb? Wait, what? Wait. And here's the promised giveaway. I just buy a bunch of free-to-play items, usually gilded, and do it on a free-to-play world so everyone can partake. It's a lot of fun, though. Alright. I decided I should actually time the difference between the Zerite crossbow and the harmonized staff, so I've got a little kill tracker going on. I'm going to do an hour of each, so not the largest sample size, but it should be fairly decent and give you an idea. We just passed the hour mark with that kill and ended up with 27.1 kills per hour. So not too bad at all, and I think that Harmonized Orb will be about 10% quicker is my guess. I am going to use full Darox in both setups just to keep the melee portion of the fight comparative. For the Harmonized Staff, you should be using the Tome of Fire with this setup, and if you don't know, there's something called Searing Pages that give the Tome of Fire a pretty significant damage boost. You need Sunfire runes to make the Searing Pages, so I went and got some Scar Essence, and I'm going to make a bunch of Sunfire runes real quick. With your Sunfire Splinters, Fire Runes, and Pure Essence, go to one of these Sun Altars in Varlamore, and you can make these runes very quickly, especially with the Scar Essence. Now that we have all of the runes done, we can just empty all of our pages from the book. So use the Sunfire runes on the burnt pages, and we now have Searing Pages, which just have the damage boost of Sunfire runes, but you can store them in the Tome of Fire for the better Tome of Fire. Here is the mage setup that I'll be using. It's a bit heavier on the switches because having max mage is a lot more important than having max range. I am still bringing the ZCB though, because it's the best spec weapon I have here. Maybe just the best spec weapon period. I'm not sure how the Kiston compares yet. Alright, there is an hour of the max mage setup complete. It looks like exactly 30 kills per hour is what we're averaging. So a little bit more than 10% faster. It looks like we used just under 900 pages and 900 Wrath runes though, so pretty expensive to use this method. I actually forgot to test how many bolts I did with range, so I'm gonna go do another hour of range real quick just to see how many bolts I use for a fair comparison. I just died on the backup range test, so I have to try it again, so ignore that KPH in the bottom. I am starting with 805 ruby bolts. Oh my god, the rubies went nuclear on this one. If the Darox can just finish... Oh, so close. Is this a PB? $106. Okay, we beat the PB by almost 3 seconds. And... yeah, if nothing else, the rubies are a lot more fun than the mage, just to chase those big PBs. And there is the 1 hour test completed. It was actually a bit quicker this time. If you average the 2 tests, camping ZCB is about 27.5 kills per hour compared to the Harmonized Orb's 30 kills per hour. And it looks like we used 165 Dragon Bolts compared to the 900 Wraths and 900 Searing Pages of the Harmonized Staff. So this is a lot cheaper and a lot more doable on an Ironman compared to using all the Wraths and Pages. In my opinion, I'm just going to stick with range. And if anyone cares, I did just get rank 10 on the Ironman Maggot King high scores. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the big 2K. I really thought I would finish this boss before 1,000. Okay. 2,100 kill counts. Oh, we got it. Get out of here. Let's be done with this. I'm gonna die. I couldn't find my exit. The Crimson Kiston, 2,141. About time. I milked that for a bit too long. Let's check it out. Look at this thing. Oh, it's beautiful. Probably the sickest looking item in game right now. Let's go test out the special attack. I think there's a deer down here we can bonk. There he is. Impaler Deer. Oh my god, we deleted him. Oh, the mosquito's gonna kill me. We deleted the mosquito. Oh, that's a satisfying animation. I'm happy with it. Let's see. Okay, Voidwaker. hits a 81. Kiston hits a 76. You suck, Kiston. Get on the ground. Yeah. Okay. Goodbye, everyone.